here to discuss the China threat is Missouri Senator Eric Schmitt. Senator, apparently we're worried about people's feelings when we've had several high-profile arrests over the years involving Chinese researchers, our institutions of higher learning, students, and last month ICE deported a Chinese national and another agricultural engineering grad student after they were caught taking pictures of our naval bases. Senator, we could go on and on. We have University of Michigan graduates from China charged after they were found with cameras at that military facility during training exercises. How do we combat this?
I think we have to understand the true nature of the threat that is Communist China. We are in a great powers competition with Communist China, and the 21st century will be defined by who wins this. And we have to understand they're willing to do anything to win. They view this as a centuries-long struggle. They think America's in decline. They're the ascending power. They're willing to steal our IP, steal our jobs. They're literally coming for our lunch, whether it's militarily or now trying to poison our food supply with people affiliated with the CCP. No one affiliated with the CCP, and I've got legislation with this, should have a visa to be a student in any university in the United States of America. We are under no obligation to educate and train people affiliated with our enemy. And that's exactly what's happening here. So I think, Lord, it starts with a recognition of who we're dealing with. This is a communist regime that has concentration camps, and they're hell-bent on world domination. So we shouldn't be lax on this at all. The full force of law should come down on them. We should prevent anyone associated with the CCP from being at any of our universities.
Well, Trump wants to revoke Chinese student visas, and he's met with a cavalcade of complaints from a lot of these universities that make millions of dollars off of China. They have sold their souls to the CCP. In University of Michigan, it's a great school in so many ways, but they're one of many. Harvard's another. Top schools in the United States, because it is money, Senator. And money trumps patriotism any day of the week, and that is depressing. And now we're educating the threats against America's independence and freedom. We're educating them.
That's right. And think about Joe Biden when he was in between his time as vice president and ran. He had an institute at Penn that was funded by Communist China, right? And the universities are complicit in this in many ways because guess what? They pay full freight. And this would open up, my legislation would open up about 300,000 spots for American students. So if you have a family member that's a member of the CCP or you have close connections, you don't get to attend any of our universities. You're not going to get that visa. This is common sense if you fully appreciate, I think, the threat that is China and how they view themselves on the world stage. We should have never let them in the World Trade Organization. We need to appreciate now who they really are. Absolutely.
Well, the Journal has written that Harvard's trained so many Chinese communist officials that they actually call it their party school. And yes, they mean party, not celebrate, go out and have a beer. They mean Communist Party school. And Senator, I think everyone watching this tonight has to know that Harvard is totally fine with this. They don't have any problem with this. In fact, they're happy to have more Chinese students come.
That's right. And I think it was actually the Wall Street Journal in that Laura was citing a Chinese newspaper back in 2014 that viewed the Kennedy School at Harvard as their party school. So they're sort of laughing at us while the universities accept, again, full freight on the tuition from these individuals affiliated with the CCP. Our water supply is at risk, our food supply is at risk, our military installations are at risk. They're stealing our IP from the universities, not just companies that do business in China. So these are nefarious actors, again, that have not altruistic designs on the world. And we need to appreciate it for that and be serious about it. So bringing back the China initiative would be a good first step in that, too, for the Department of Justice.
I think there are about 400,000 Chinese students last we counted in the United States of America.
That's right, Laura. And about 90% of them have family members or close ties with the CCP back home. It's unacceptable.
Yeah, they're not sending freedom fighters. I can't. Sam's just talked. What's Sam? Sam's just said something. Oh, Sam said right now it's 278,000. I think a few years ago it was 350,000. Maybe there's been some slight attrition, but that is a shocking number Senator. Senator, thank you very much, as always.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.